do you remember when you came out to your mother?
Yes, I came out when she kept insisting that my friend, who was my best friend to this day, Adriana, was so pretty. She was like, Adriana está bien bonita. Like, she's really pretty. She is really pretty.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to my mother, Adriana is queer. She's
Right.
a lesbian. And I was like, yeah, she's really beautiful. And she's like, pero no tiene novio? She has no boyfriend? I was like, no, I don't think so. I don't think she's... No, she doesn't. And it's not my place to tell someone.
And how old were you at this point?
This was high school.
High school.
This was high school. Like, this was like sophomore in high school, maybe junior year. And my mom always knew, but she never officially had an answer or a sentence or a quote for me to validate what her hunch was.
Yeah.
And so it was weird because I knew she knew.
How did you know she knew?
I think a mother always knows, like, I think it's just like, and I think me singing show tunes, at our gatherings, that's true. And I don't want to categorize, people who sing show tunes, but like, I think I was always free in my being that, like, I thought she knew because I was always accused of it by others.
Was that hard?
It was hard because she always would have to put up with that. Like, one of my traumatic memories of knowing that I was different and knowing that it was because I was queer was because I was in Mexico with my Tonka truck, which I like playing with Tonka trucks. Very manly, very boy.
Yeah.
But also had dolls. And so you had dolls and you had Tonka trucks. And then people are like, what's going on here? And it's just like, play with my Tonka truck. Oh, so play with my doll, and just like, boys don't play with dolls. Like, I remember having a conversation with like the local kids where my grandma's like, ranch thing was. And it was like, they could tell that I was just myself. And for some reason that was threatening and it was weird because it was different. And I just always loved playing and make believe. And so I remember like I was trying to play trucks with these boys and they're like, we can't play trucks with you because my brother says you're a mariposa.
What's that mean? My
brother says you're a butterfly, which is a derogatory way of saying you're gay.
Oh.
And I was like,
hurt.
And that I didn't understand it. And I was like, mariposa. I was like, they're beautiful. What's wrong with them? I didn't know what the negative connotation to mariposa was at that age.
Right.
Because I was pretty young. And so they were saying it over and over. And I was like, what? And then I knew it was bad. I knew it was bad because I felt it. And I felt that it felt bad to be this because you don't like it and you don't like me being this.
Oh.
And it was like, they kept chanting it. Mariposa, mariposa, mariposa. And I was like, well, I didn't want to play with you anyways. And I grabbed my Tonka truck and I walked away and they kept chanting it over. And then I felt something fly to the side of my ear. And then I turned around and it was just like rocks flying towards me. And one of them hit me right here where I have the scar. And I just remember like it gashed my face and just blood gushing over my face. And I just remember crying and running with my truck. And I dropped my truck and they kept chanting the word. And I was just covered in dirt because I fell in the dirt. Now it's dirt and mud on my face. Or like became like mud with the blood and the sand. And there's just like dirt all over, running to my mom, screaming. I was like, they call me mariposa. They call me mariposa. And she, ¿Quién te habló? ¿Quién dijo que eres mariposa? And I was like, they said it's mariposa. And my mom just looked at me and then she said, pues qué importa que te digan que es mariposas? Y las mariposas son bellas. Like, who cares that they called you butterfly? Butterflies are beautiful. And I just remember thinking it was okay, but I know she was making me feel better.
Wow.
Like she was making me feel better about what I was. So I knew she knew at that moment, even at that age, because she'd always protected me from people like that. Because I grew up in a very machismo, environment and culture. Unfortunately, our culture is very machismo, and it was heartbreaking because I knew that she was fighting the fight for me. But it was like, I think that moment when I came out, it was more to tell her officially. Like she kept hinting it. She just wanted me to say it. And she basically was like, qué bonita Adriana. I was like, yeah, she's really pretty. No tiene novio. No. It's like, pero a lo mejor tú puedes ser su novio. Maybe you can be her boyfriend. I was like, Mom, I'm queer, right? And she goes, pues a mí qué me importa? I don't care as long as you're happy. She just wanted to hear it. Oh. She just wanted to hear it, I think, for her sake. So we can actually put that to rest. But I think it went without saying.